Hello my friends, my dudes, how are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is having a great day so far, and I hope that you continue to. I really do. For those of you who don't know me, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Paige Layle. You may know me from TikTok. If you're not doing so already, feel free to check out my TikTok at Paige Layle, and while you're at it, you can follow my Instagram with the same name. I am autistic, and over here we talk about autism and stuff, and we have a pretty good time if I do say so myself. If you're not new here and you are already my friend, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Very exciting stuff. I was diagnosed with autism 6.5 years ago, and it really caught me by surprise. So I wanted to share with you guys the stages after being diagnosed with autism. Please remember that this is not scientific or anything. This is just me personally. It's supposed to be lighthearted, and please do not take it as medical advice, and please do not take it serious. If it doesn't apply to you, throw it in the trash. So you've just been diagnosed with autism. What's the first thing? It's a stage that I like to call the, what the fuck stage. Yeah. Pretty straightforward, I think. This is a stage where you were rethinking everything. Did that just happen? You look back on the entire diagnosis like, is that correct? Am I correct? Am I just figuring this out now? It's a big stage of confusion and what the fuckness. This stage feels like you've just been slapped in the face with a big mental hand. Your whole life is not what you think it is. It's confusing and weird. And oftentimes, a lot of people go into stage number 2, denial. No, I can't be autistic. Maybe if I just ignore it, it will pretend like nothing happened. Because that whole first what the fuck stage was really hard. My brain has decided that instead of being confused, we're just gonna not think about it at all and just pretend like everything is what it was before my diagnosis. That denial stage will only last so long though, because whilst in your denial stage, you're still going to have the struggles that you used to have before your diagnosis. And as you start to notice the struggles that you're having, you move on to stage 3. Wait a second. Maybe. Stage 3 is where you really allow yourself to open up to the diagnosis slowly. This is where you start noticing things in yourself that are autistic. And whereas before, maybe you didn't know that they were autism things, now you're like, that makes sense. Which then leads into stage 4, the research stage. Maybe I should look up what autism is. Maybe I should watch some of Paige Layle's videos. She seems like a cool girl. Presenting stage 5, the oh my god, that's me stage. You're finding out things about autism that you didn't know or weren't sure of, and you're realizing that is I do those things. Millions of other people around the world think and feel the same thing. Some of the things you do and some of the thoughts that you have and some of the feelings is what makes you autistic. And as you learn more and see that, oh my god, there's so many things, you go into stage 6, which is the beginning of accepting your diagnosis. You understand that a lot of the things, the urges that you want to do that maybe you haven't been doing, you are allowed to be yourself. Maybe if the lights are too bright, instead of forcing yourself to endure the pain, you turn the lights off, or you put on sunglasses, or you move to a different room. If some music really makes you feel like you want to move your hands, maybe you'll allow yourself to. Maybe you won't force yourself to make eye contact with people, or you will wear clothes that feel good on your body. And those changes can feel weird. Other people may point them out. They may feel not right. And you go into stage number 7, imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is where you're like, I'm not this, I'm faking it. You're second guessing yourself. You're thinking that something's not right. Obviously, I learned more about a thing. I'm absorbing the information. I'm acting a certain way, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you see other people who seem like they're having a harder time than you, and you think, well, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve the accommodations. So to get out of imposter syndrome, what do? You go to step number 8, which is going back to researching. This level of researching is probably going to be more in-depth than the first time. And in this researching, it's going to be less fun, because the first time it was like, wow, so many things about me, and this time is more like, wow, that's me for sure. And then it hits you, and then you go into step number 9, which is feeling the worst. There may be a lot of confusion. There may be a lot of anger, because the acceptance that you are autistic is also the acceptance that you've missed out on so much knowledge that could have helped you your whole life. You now are starting here when you wish you could have started a long time ago. Accepting that you're autistic also means accepting that now you're kind of like a different person. And that's a big change. And we're not good at change. And there's questions like, how am I going to move forward? What do I do now? I got diagnosed with something, so what? Now what? I still feel the same, even though I got a diagnosis. And this stage of feeling the worst gets worse. Stage 10, feeling the worst plus identity crisis. You have to grieve the old version of yourself. Everything I was before this acceptance was a shell of a human being. For 15 years, I tried so hard to be a human person. I was following everything else, seeing what other people were doing. And now I couldn't even tell you what my favorite color was. What do I really feel? How do I know what to feel? What do I like? What do I not like? The next stage is stage number 12, which is the stuck stage, the I don't know what to do stage, the I have hit a wall and that is all stage. This is also what I would call burnout. You have just been through so much. You have just learned so much. You have just figured out with the knowledge that you have acquired that there's so much more knowledge yet to acquire. And everything just happened and it's all happened so fast and your emotions are all in turmoil and you don't know what to do or where to go. It seems like it's an impossible feat and it's going to take some time to deal with all of these changes. Don't rush yourself. You're autistic. Change is hard. And you just went through a major change, dude. And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna cry and you're gonna be confused until you're ready to do things to make you not confused anymore. And the next stage is self-discovery. Self-discovery can look like a lot of therapy. And if you're looking for therapy that you can access at home, folks, may I present to you BetterHelp. Did you know that May is a month to raise awareness about mental health, fighting stigma, and providing support to anyone who's struggling? Hey, that kind of sounds like me. That kind of sounds like my everyday thing. I have been to therapy for 11 years and I am so thankful for it. I think therapy is so important. I recommend everyone go to therapy. Hey, I do it. We all do it. If you're struggling with your mental health, you're not alone, dude. You got me. We can work on our mental health together. With BetterHelp, you can go online in a chat option, video, or phone call. It's also more affordable than most common therapies. You can also apply for financial aid and they accept HSA benefits. You'll take a questionnaire and from your answers, they will match you with a therapist. Over 20,000 to choose from. And if you don't like them, you can swap them out anytime, no charge. BetterHelp is giving y'all 10% off. You can go click the link down below in the description, or you can use my code Layle. Go check out BetterHelp, that's betterhelp.com/Layle for 10% off, and you'll have a therapist in less than 48 hours. Big thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. And now, let's keep going on to the rest of the video. What do I actually like? What are emotions and how do they feel in my body? And how do I feel about certain things? How do my thoughts and my emotions relate? What do I have trouble with? You're never not going to be autistic, but the average number of disorders an autistic person has is 5. That's a lot. And in those 5 disorders, the most common are anxiety, depression, OCD, and ADHD. You can't get rid of them, but you can learn what to do about them. But before you learn how to help yourself, you need to know who you are. And this self-discovery stage kind of happens at the same time as number 13, which is the accepting your diagnosis and also accepting who you are stage. Because as you learn things about yourself, you can begin to accept yourself. We often have a hard time accepting things that we don't know, that we don't fully understand. We really need facts. And once you find facts about yourself, it's much easier to be able to accept them. And as you learn things about yourself, and as you can trust that, you can trust yourself more, and you can accept that you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, and you're where you need to be right now. And this is all a process. This doesn't happen overnight. I was diagnosed almost 7 years ago, and I'm still in this stage. It wasn't until a few months ago I could actually feel emotions in my body. It's also common in autistic people that we have poor interoception, or we are hyposensitive to interoception, signals that your body tries to tell you. And so it is taking me a very long time to try to build a better relationship with my body, to notice things that I am capable of noticing. And knowing how I feel about things, or how my body feels about things, also helps me with knowing what I like. If you have no idea who you are and what you like, may I suggest starting at the basics, which is asking yourself yes or no questions, and listen to your body. Your brain, Brenda up in here, she's gonna be yapping, telling you all these things, but you've been listening to her for a while, so feel it in your body. What's your body say? I like pizza. I can feel that my mouth starts salivating. I feel my heart getting kind of excited. Yeah, I think I like pizza. And because you are a human being, and human beings are always changing and evolving, you are never going to stop figuring out who you are. Because who you are is going to change, especially with the more therapy and stuff that you do. And also, the world is constantly finding out new things about autism every day. And so the rest of your life is going to look like a mismatch of all the rest of these things. Finding out a new autism thing that you do. I'm so mad that no one knew this about me. Oh my God, I literally do that. I can't go back in time. I can't educate my parents or my teachers. Oh my my god, I had no idea that was an autism thing. I'm so mad that the world sucks so much that I had to be away my whole life when I should have had to. I'm so mad that I don't have the accommodations that I need to succeed. She's autistic. What the heck? I'm so mad that we're treated like that. I guess there's nothing I can do. Dude, it literally makes me sick. I'm so frustrated right now. There's no sense being angry about things. No, but you know what? And another thing. How can places like that even be open? Wow, there's so many autistic people that I can talk to. I actually am angry about things, you know? Well, that doesn't seem ethical. Hey, they didn't know better. Everyone just does the best that they can with the knowledge that they have. Look at these online communities where there's autistic people that share a lot of the same things as I do. I don't want to know any more things. I'm done with knowing things. I know all the things that I need to know. Did you see that news article about that autistic boy who was being mistreated at school? Do people really know that little about autism? What the fuck? Fuck it. Actually, fuck all of you. I'm not looking at the news anymore. I'm bored. I don't want to do that. Accommodations are so expensive. This is not fair. No, I need to know more. I need to know everything, actually. Research. There's so many studies about autism from this university. I am burnt out now. Ugh, I just masked so hard in front of those people. It's so frustrating. I actually would like to not come to that party with you if that's cool. Thanks. Yeah. Things are ever changing. Just as you are. You know how people say that it gets easier? I actually personally disagree. Things have not gotten easier. Things, if anything, have gotten harder. But so have I. And even though things have gotten harder, I've dealt with them better. And I've been more okay. This is the most okay and the most stable that I've ever been. I can't avoid all of the things. I need to face them, and I need to figure out how I can face them safely. Finding out that you're autistic, if you are oldish, can be very difficult. And if this appeals to you, then know that you are totally not alone. And I wish that I could take those struggles away from you. But I probably would not be here today if I didn't get diagnosed. Obviously, like on YouTube talking about autism, but I mean like in life as a person that exists. And you're at the start now of something beautiful, which is the rest of your life as yourself. So welcome. Learn if you're lost, heal if you're angry, and look inward more than anything. Find yourself. I don't know if you guys can hear my pets are outside the door. You will not be able to open the door. Only took 11 months of me having this house. I messaged my dad one day and I said, Dad, I literally need a door so bad. And he's like, all right. He came in and put a door in the next day. Jeez! Sliding door, and so they think that they can slide it open, but it goes off the track a little bit, so they actually have to like lift it up and push. And they can't do that because they have paws. That is all from me today, guys. I hope that some of you can take something from this video. And I thank you for being here and thank you for learning. Y'all are the best, and I hope that you have a great weekend. I will see you later. I'll talk to you next week.